Mm, okay. 73. Talk shop. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Yes. Important for successful the ability important work. The ability to make small talk or successful networking is important because small talk helps people feel more relaxed, discover what interests they have in common, etc. Change the business. Yes, the internet changed the way in which most traditional mail order companies do business. Companies can now make transactions faster, manage business easily, etc. Another class. Of all the people I know personally, I reckon my father would suffer the most financially if the stock market suddenly collapsed. Because my father, in the past, my father bought a lot of company shares from the stock market. Yes. When then an ultimate prospect of the venture succeeding, other investor put the money into a venture. Investor, only a small prospect of the venture succeeding. An investor might put money into a venture even when they know there is only a small prospect of the venture succeeding because they believe the investment will be very lucrative if the venture succeeds. Joint venture. A joint venture is a business project that two separate companies begin and collaborate all together. Collaborate on together. I think that if I could do one thing to improve my career prospect, I'd improve my English skill better than now. Yeah, that's algorithms. Sometimes printed at the bottom of the formal invitation. The abbreviation RSVP is sometimes printed at the bottom of formal invitation in order to request a response. The letters RSVP stands for Responde s'il vous plaît, which means please respond in French. Probably the most cost effective for business such as a restaurant presented in the local class, handing out lists on the street, sending mail shots or advertising or local news or local radio. Sending mail shots or other local. For a business such as a restaurant, I'd say the most cost-effective form of marketing was probably sending mail shots. Because the way of sending mail shots um, i- is most uh, sorry, is the cheapest way without having to print out some documents. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Or restaurant and where to pay turnover up or down. Down. If I was the owner of the restaurant, I choose to increase my marketing budget when turnover was down. As common reasons for giving presentation at work. Some common reasons for giving presentation at work are to present a proposal, or report to colleagues, or to pitch it to an existing or potential client. When preparing a presentation, we should think carefully about our audience when preparing a presentation because it can help us decide which aspect of the which aspect of the topic we should focus on during a presentation. Okay. We should think carefully about our audience when preparing a presentation because it can help us decide which aspect of the topic we should focus on during the presentation. Can be used. What can be used? To help us during a presentation, we can use equipment such as a laptop, sorry, B, with, with double, okay, with the presentation software. Okay, to help us during a presentation, we can use equipment such as a laptop with presentation software and a projector, or simply a whiteboard or flip chart. Handout. We might also give our audience handouts so that they leave with a written record of the most important information. So, after summing up the most important points, here's the presentation. After summing up the most important points, after summing up the most important points at the end of a presentation, people usually make suggestions for what should happen next, thank the audience for listening, ask the audience if they have any questions, etc. Introduce lost readers. Introduce lost readers. Supermarkets and other retail businesses sometimes introduce loss leaders to attract customers to the shop in the hope that they'll buy other more profitable goods during their visit. Okay. Supermarkets and other retail businesses sometimes introduce loss leaders to attract customers to the shop in the hope that they'll buy other more profitable goods during their visit. Do you believe that gold? Oh, yes. I believe loss leaders accomplish that goals. Shops can prevent customers from buying groceries in bulk by only stocking small quantities of the items or by limiting the number of items customers are allowed to purchase in each transaction. What kind of things can much before? The HR department of a company is responsible for recruiting, disciplining, and firing staff, resolving work-related problems and disputes between colleagues, and sometimes setting pay levels and dealing with payroll. That's another name of the another name that's often used for this department is personal department. I wake up at about 5:30 a.m. and eat breakfast and go to work at 7:30 a.m. until 7 p.m. and after that eat dinner and take a shower and take English lesson and go asleep here. Okay. Something that many people do as a matter of routine at the start of the working day is prioritize their tasks for the day, check their emails, drink a cup of coffee, etc. As opposed to sign a employment contract, No, I wouldn't expect our workers in the black economy to be asked by their boss to sign an employment contract. Some products that are often sold on the black market are illegal drugs, weapons like guns or knives, animals, etc. Talk shop, please. Jack, can you and Claire stop talking shop for a bit? We are at we are at a party. Okay. Brand loyalty. After sales service. That is a person to continue to buy a particular brand or something. Spend a lot of money on advertising to develop brand loyalty. Provide help with customers after they have a product. When repeat that are needed to give advice on how to use the product. Commonly influenced by the quality of a company that the service. Yes, I'd say brand loyalty among consumers was commonly influenced by the quality of a company's after sales service, industrial relations, okay, go slow, corporate, industrial action, put pressure on. Relation is none. relation between employers and employees. Some in a country tend to get worse during the recession, perhaps because of financial crisis that interrupt the function of the financial market. It's an unstable or argument between two people, two groups, or two countries. The employees overpay. A form of protest workers do their jobs more slowly than normal. Further process for the management in the company is organizer goes slow. Work together with somebody else in order to achieve something. Agree to cooperate with other nations on the trade agreement. Industrial action and non-action that workers take, especially stop market protest to the employees about something. Workers in a dispute with the employer often take industrial actions, such as refusing to work overtime, organizing a go-slow, or even going on strike. Put pressure on the idiomatic expressions to force or try to persuade somebody to do something. To pressure on the employer because it affects production, consequently make cost revenue to fall. They are gonna tend to get worse during the recession. Yes, industrial relations in a country tend to get worse during a recession. I think this is perhaps because of a financial crisis that interrupts that the functioning of financial markets. Okay. I think this is perhaps because of a financial crisis that interrupts the functioning of financial markets. What kind of industrial action do they often take? When workers are in a dispute, their employer, they often take industrial actions such as refusing through work. Refusing. Okay. When workers are in a dispute with their employer, they often take industrial actions such as refusing to work overtime, organizing a go slow, or even going on strike. That's an industrial area. Industrial action puts pressure on an employer because in affect, it affects production. Industrial action puts pressure on an employer because it affects production and consequently make cost revenue to fall. Direct to debit. Standing order. Arrangement allows the person or more usually a company take money directly for another person's account. Agree. Pay for gas, electricity supply, insurance policy, etc. Then instead, you give your bank pay a fixed amount into another account on a regular basis. Automatic payment to another person, for example, a landlord. or son or daughter at the university by setting up a standing order with our bank. Something some things that we often pay for by direct debit are our gas and electricity supply, insurance policies, etc. University to another person, for example, a landlord or son or daughter of the university. We can send regular automatic payment to another person by setting up standing order with our bank. Okay, waiting. Okay. Okay.